I just set up a ChatGPT-5 agent that will book sales calls for your business on complete autopilot. And there's no manual work required because my team and I have done all of the hard work for you up front. This is what is already working for my own clients. So let's get right into it. This is just a quick overview of what we're going to accomplish the next 10 minutes. So we're going to be using 3 tools. The very first step is we're going to use ChatGPT-5 in agent mode. So our goal is to essentially find ICP fit companies, and we want ChatGPT-5 to write us 3 cold emails. So I've already set up 3 prompts for you. My team and I have gone through these prompts, we've written them, we've tested them, and they're going to be inside of this Notion, which is going to be in the description of the video. So the very first prompt is going to be our ICP Mirror Hunter. That is going to find companies that essentially just match your ideal client profile. All you need is to just add your website. So this part is pretty simple. The second prompt and method for generating leads is going to be our competitor client extractor. So this is essentially identifying companies who are using your competitors' solutions. And some of them might actually be ready to switch. And the third and final prompt, I call it the problem pattern detector. So you're essentially finding companies in your ideal client profile that are actively experiencing the specific problem that you solve. Again, it is getting this information from your website. I got this AI model to write 3 cold emails done for you. So what you want to do next is in the description of this video is going to be this Notion page. What I recommend doing is going ahead and clicking on that link. Right here, you're going to see method number 1. All you have to do is just copy this prompt right here, go to ChatGPT.com, and of course you need an account. I think it's like 20 bucks a month. Once you actually do get here, go to agent mode and then just paste in prompt that we just had. And here's the most important part right here, just paste in your own website. So let's say, for example, we wanted to do something like, let's say we work at Amazon.com. That's all you need for this prompt to run. And what we're essentially doing is we're getting ChatGPT-5 to go out and find leads that match your ideal client profile. And if you can see this section right here, we're essentially asking ChatGPT to output a CSV table as their output. We're getting all of this information from ChatGPT, and here's the cold email copy. Now this process can vary. Last time this took me about 60 minutes, but sometimes it can take 30 or 40 minutes. So I'm just gonna let this run while we go to the next method. So now what I recommend doing is going back into this Notion and just copying this prompt right here. What we're essentially trying to do is generate as many leads as possible from as many different sources. What we're trying to essentially do is generate as many leads as possible from several different sources. So once we've copied this prompt, again, the process is simple. Go to ChatGPT.com, make sure that you're in agent mode, and then click Command V, just paste this output. And like I mentioned, all you really need for this entire workflow to work is your website. So this is method number 2, and I'm going to let this run in the background while we're setting everything else up. So we will just title this prompt number 1. This can be titled prompt number 2. So this is a great way to identify potential leads that could be a great fit for your company. This process replaces manually searching on Google or LinkedIn to actually end up scraping these leads. It's not only going to go out and find these leads, it is going to put them in a CSV and it's going to write the cold email copy for you. Another thing that I would recommend adding to the prompt is essentially any sort of brief description of things that might be missing. So if you want to add in your value proposition, if you want to add in maybe like an ideal client profile that you do want to target. Again, just be creative as possible. Don't let these 3 prompts limit you. So if you want to add in any sort of details, feel free to. And yeah, if you feel overwhelmed, don't worry at all. Like I said, all of the prompts are going to be in the description of this video. All right, so now that we've knocked out prompt number 1 and prompt number 2, let's quickly do prompt number 3 and add that to our ChatGPT agent mode. So just head over to your Notion and then copy this prompt below, click Command C, and then of course open up a new ChatGPT chat, paste this in, and then go to agent mode. And then right here, again, paste your website, super simple, and then just click enter. Now, while these 3 are kind of running in the background, like I said, it is gonna take anywhere between 30 to 60 minutes. We're gonna go to the next step. All right, so now that ChatGPT-5 has given me my leads and I'm good to go, here is what the output looks like. So if we click on this CSV right here, it looks like we're just about ready to go to our next tool, which is our next step. So this all looks great, but the only problem is, so ChatGPT-5 can end up finding us the right leads and it can write cold emails to them, but it can't find their valid contact information. So if we want to cold email them or cold call them, ChatGPT can't do that. So that's where our next tool comes in, which is findemail.com. So with this tool, it is so simple to use. All we're going to do is upload our CSV that we just got from ChatGPT-5, and we're going to upload that into the Findmail platform. And we're going to turn that CSV into valid emails and valid mobile numbers. So let's go through that really quickly. So we just head on over to app.findemail.com. It's super easy to create an account. Just go to findemail.com or click the link in the description. And we wanted to give you guys a big free trial to test credits with. So once you're inside of the Findmail platform, just go to Email Finder and then click Bulk. As soon as we upload this CSV, Findmail is going to look at the website and it's going to look at the full name of each person that ChatGPT found. It is going to hunt down their email address based off of their full name and their domain. And the best part about Findmail is it has a built-in email validation inside of their email finding tool. It also has pretty insane email coverage. So what I would recommend is testing Findmail versus the top 5 alternatives. And I've done this test a lot. Findmail is going to win. This is crucial because you can't reach out to prospects without their valid contact information. And most other email finders don't actually know how to verify the email, so you're gonna get a lot of bounces, which really ruins your sender reputation. So just go to this section right here, the bulk section of the email finder, and then upload your CSV that you just got from ChatGPT. And we have a couple of options that we can use. For the method that we're going through today, you can simply just select this one right here. All you need is their full name and then their domain. So right here, I'm just going to select the company domain that's already auto-selected. And then it looks like first name and last name are already selected as well. So it looks like I'm good to go. But in the future, if you have a CSV or a Google Sheet of leads and you have their LinkedIn URL, not their company LinkedIn URL, their personal URL, you can turn a personal URL into a valid email, and you can even turn it into a valid phone number using Findemail. So this would be that section right there to find their valid email. So now that this is set up, I'm going to start the enrichment, and then it looks like that's going to be working very well, which is incredible. All right, so it looks like Findemail is doing pretty well, right? Out of the 193 leads that we grabbed from ChatGPT, it ended up finding 91 valid emails, which is pretty insane if we think about that. So now what I want to do is I'm going to download this CSV, and then I'm going to go to the phone finder inside of Findemail. And I would recommend using Findemail to find their phone number if you're either in the United States or in Canada. It does not work in Europe for GDPR reasons. So I'm going to upload my file. And again, this is the same exact file that I just grabbed from the other section of Findemail. And then I'm going to start the enrichment. So just to recap, this CSV that we got from ChatGPT-5, we've essentially turned that list, which had 0 emails and 0 mobiles, into a fully enriched list with valid emails and mobiles if you are in the US. So it looks like out of the about 190 leads, Findemail found about 70 mobile numbers, which is pretty incredible. So I'm gonna go ahead and download this new CSV. Now the final step in this process is using a tool called Instantly.ai. We're going to be using that to automatically send personalized cold emails to our IDO clients that we just scraped using ChatGPT-5 and Findemail. And you don't have to use Instantly.ai if you're using Limlist or SmartLead, or you're even using your CRM to send cold emails. That's fine. I'm just using Instantly as a placeholder. And of course, we can only send to the leads that we actually have valid emails for, thanks to Findmail. So once you set up an account on Instantly, just go to your main screen and then head over to the campaigns section. So right now I'm going to add a new campaign. Let's just title this campaign GPT-5 campaign. So now that we've set up our campaign, we're going to add the leads that we just grabbed. We're going to upload the CSV, and we just need to make sure that we map these out correctly. And all of the columns that are the cold email copy, they're essentially the written cold emails that ChatGPT-5 wrote. You need to add them as a custom variable. That is so important. So do not forget that. And then of course, the valid email that Findmail found, put that in as the email variable. And I would also recommend adding in basically all of the details of each lead. Definitely add their mobile, add their LinkedIn URL, basically add everything, right? You don't lose anything if you just have more variables and more context per lead. So once you're good to go, just click upload all, and then you're going to go to the sequences section. So for step number 1, you can essentially just put cold email number 1, which is the title of your column. And then for the second step, we can just type in cold email number 2. For the third step, which is essentially follow-up number 2, we can use the column name. And as soon as we click preview, the personalized cold emails are going to show up that we're sending to each lead, which is pretty incredible. every single email that we're sending to these leads that ChatGPT-5 found is going to look handwritten as if you spent 15 or 20 minutes actually personalizing this cold email, even though AI did it for you. I'm gonna change out the time delays. So let's say the first email to the second email, let's say that's around 3 days, and then this can be 5 days. And then I'm going to click save. For the subject line, just keep it simple. Let's just say quick question, make sure that we save it. For the schedule, again, if you're in Europe and you wanna send cold emails, completely fine. Just make sure that you change the time zone. If you're in United States, always keep it simple, like Eastern time. Don't use like Pacific, any sort of time zones like that. Keep it simple. I'd say 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. and then click save. Options, go ahead and add the email accounts that you plan on using. And then for the daily limit, I would say anywhere between 50 to 100 cold emails every day being automatically sent to your ideal client profile. And we can go ahead and launch this campaign. Boom. But here's the key. As your automated cold email campaigns are being sent, you also have their mobile phone numbers with Findmail. So what I'd recommend doing is start prospecting as much as you can. Cold call these leads while you're sending them a cold email. Just try to be as persistent as possible. And as a bonus, when leads do reply to your automated cold emails, if you have their mobile phone number, give them a call right away. And your goal is to book them into a scheduled meeting. And if they don't answer, just send them a LinkedIn connection request. Because if you want to consistently sign high-ticket clients, this is the best route to go. Set up an automated cold email system and then start prospecting. Combine both of those and you will generate unlimited leads. If you have any questions at all, drop them in the comments below, but I'm going to be linking everything in the description. And if you want to hear about the new AI tool that is blowing up lead generation in 2025, click this video right here. See you in the next one.